Hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, it's been crazy, but here I am. I'm back, off work. I work on a TV series called Librarians. Can't tell you anything about it, so don't ask, cause it's not out
back
yet.
off
Oh,
work.
now I'm getting
Working on a
myself in the
TV
feed. There we go. Anyway, um, so yeah. Anyway, we just wrapped up the season, and it's like crazy hour days. So I haven't been able to. I just haven't had the energy to stream, honestly. But here we go. So enough of that. This is Star Citizen, and they just like dropped a bomb on all these sweet features in 3.0, and they also released 2.5. So I think I actually played 2.4 on here a little bit. Back when it was PTU, it was still super buggy, but they worked all that out really quickly. I did play it a little bit since then. I'll be playing with mouse and keyboard because I haven't really had a chance to rebind everything and get my dual joysticks back up and working. Um, with every update, they kind of change things up, and you want to make sure and delete your user folder because if you don't, the controls don't always match the paths that they set. So if you don't, you'll get some really weird issues. So if you are having issues, try that. But anyway, this is 2.5. We're loading in. Big thing is that they've added here. I think almost everybody has probably played this or heard of it if you're following Star Citizen anyway. But biggest things you'll see on the screen right here. This is the Grim Hex, the new outlaw base. We'll fly out there, and then this aircraft on the left of your screen. It's the Reliant, and then that little yellow aircraft in the background. You can't see my mouse, I'm sure, but little utility craft called the Argo. Later on it'll be modules, so it'll have like 3 different pods that you can attach to it. One's a cargo pod, the other one is a passenger pod, and then I think there's a search and rescue pod that they're adding to it. So that'll be pretty sweet. Anyway, game's come a long ways. It may crash on me. This is the first of the live releases. I've been playing the PTU quite a bit here, but had some issues getting my streaming stuff working since the lovely update to Windows. But we're back up. So anyway, it starts out just as usual. Now remember, there's persistence now, since I can't remember if that was 2.4 or whatever, but I don't think I'd really streamed a ton since persistence. So, yeah, anyway. So, I played a little bit here just to make sure it was working and got myself a STAR uniform. So you don't start in this, you start in one of the other ones, but I thought I'd show it off because why not? Just like the other version, or just like in 2.4, you will typically, I think they start you in a spacesuit now, but in the game you'll start in civilian clothes like this. If you go out of the airlock down here with your civilian clothes on, you'll die. Of course, because you don't have a spacesuit on. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Adds to the immersion. The frame rate's way better. Let me turn down the in-game music because it's probably way louder than I am. But
attention pilot, stand clear, do not engage.
All right.
Save on resources and expenses. Join the ship share program today and fly together.
You probably want to hear the game more than me, so I won't turn them down too much. But anyhow, so I don't have the new ships, but I'm sure somebody will be flying them around. So, oh crazy, I have a Super Hornet. That's
We
interesting.
advise guests, please
I don't know
use
why I have a
caution
super
when
hornet.
exiting the armistice zone, as weapons will once again become active.
Anyway,
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
so
Bravo
there's been a lot that's changed. If you haven't played in a while, the controls are completely different. So the biggest thing, though, the one that will really bite you if you don't know it, is the F key. Um, so it's still your function button, so your use button, but rather than using Alt with it to exit seats and stuff like that, you now just hold it down. So it's been taking a lot of people time to do that, to figure that out. But anyway, that's a good thing to know. So now I'm gonna wait and make sure that bug. There was a bug where if you put your suit on and then you immediately open the door, your suit would not equip and you'd die. Alright. So here's this. I'm gonna try not to dally around too much. For my streams now, I'm pretty much just gonna be showing specific features, so I'm not gonna be playing like
Pilots stand clear of the engagement.
super long amounts of time. I'm just gonna kind of go out and show you something interesting. Alright. So, this is my new ship. It's not new to the game, but this is Saber. It's pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of the Saber now. Don't have any special weapons or anything, it's just a stock loadout. So, I'm gonna turn my frame rate meter on here real quick. Give me a second to do that. Hello? Oh, there you are. There we go. So we're getting a good, pretty decent frame rate actually. Alright. So the other thing,
Launch complete.
the other big thing that they've changed is the landing system. So you can see, obviously the kind of augmented reality to do with the landing pads here. You can see how, let's see. So you hold, to reverse you have to hold Alt and then push your WSD keys. That switches you to your just standard thrusters. So you can see there's this thing over top here that shows you which pad you're going into. You enter landing mode with the N key just like you used to. But when you do, it'll automatically put you into precision mode and it'll highlight the pads that you can land on. So you can see those 3 on the left right now. And then I hold Alt at this point because I don't like.
Landing request.
So then you get over the pad and you hold in and it'll start to auto land you. And if you don't want to anymore, you just let go in. So it's a pretty sweet system actually. But anyway, we don't want to land. So let's go find something new. So the other difference is, so W is still throttle up, S is still throttle down, but now A and D are now your strafe left and right. Q and E are now your rolls. And then spacebar is up and control is down. I don't know why they changed it. I guess, I don't know. I have no idea why they changed it. It's kind of strange Kind of strange. Whoever's designing the controls is kind of an odd duck, I think. So anyways, let's head to Grimhex, because that's new content.
Begin scan.
So to go now, you don't use the middle mouse anymore. You still hit B, then you hit F to
Initiated.
initiate quantum
Begin
travel.
scan.
So easiest way to get to Grimhex, if you're trying to figure it out, is to go to the ICC,
Test center.
like so,
Random ship.
and
Come in,
then
random ship.
to find
Hi.
Yella,
Welcome to the neighborhood.
using B to
Second class
pull
junior
up those again.
cartographer Tessa Bannister
Quantum travel.
reporting in.
Just
Initiated.
warp to
I'm the
Yellow.
eyes behind all the ICC scan
So,
rooms in the
kind of
area.
the cool part about this game, if you haven't played it before, is, you know, everything is actually in the system. So, by warping to a different point,
Quantum travel.
you're going to arrive at a different point. So if I warped from the first place I was at Port Olisar,
Jump point scanning and all. So I was
man,
hoping you might be able
that
to help
audio
me
just
with
keeps
something.
going. But
You have a second? Could you check
I'm
out
just
these
gonna wait for it.
coordinates? Scans are saying something's there, but can't ID it.
Anyway, so if I was to warp from the first location, I would arrive at a different spot. So anyway, you go to the ICC, then you warp to Yella, and then we're looking for this little cluster right here,
Begin scan.
and that is how we get there. So I'm gonna go into cruise mode, and you know, just for fun, I'm gonna fly down and actually go through the field of, I'm tired, you guys. Field of rocks, like whatever they are. But yeah, just in case you haven't seen it, because you know these ships are all, you know, really cool, and you don't get a sense of just how big these things are unless you actually get up close to them and you look around your window. Oh, that's another thing that's different. The Z key is now your look around. So I think it was Alt before, but now it's Z. Frees up your look around. And then I don't typically fly with gimbals, so I'll put a gimbal lock, and that's right Alt J. So that can be frustrating if you're used to the old set of key bindings. It was sort of frustrating to me for a while. Like I almost completely stopped playing. Well, because of work too, but I just didn't want to take the time to learn all the new keys. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is gonna be just incredible once it's not VR enabled, but once it is VR enabled, it's gonna be pretty sweet. Like I've seen some like early on hacks of it, just through like the Google app that you can get, the Google Cardboard, but it's supposed to be full on VR enabled sometime next year. So those of you with Oculus that really are enjoying like Elite Dangerous and stuff like that, they are going to enable it. It is on the works. But kind of what they've been saying is that it's such a small percentage compared to the percentage that don't have VR that they don't, you know, they still have a game to finish here. This is alpha, so they got a lot to do before they can, you know, cater to the small percentage of people with VR. Unfortunately, because that'll be me as soon as they implement it. I'm going to buy one just for this. Although the frame rate's a little low for that. You really need 60 frames for VR, I hear, so. Anyway, yeah, this cluster right here is what we're searching for. Try not to move so much, I don't want to make you guys sick. But Man, oh man, I'm excited for 3.0 to come out. Well, the next one's 2.6 still, but I think we're all kind of, it's been overshadowed by 3.0. 3.6 will get a first-person shooter version, or I don't know, it's not really a version of the game, it's just like a first-person shooter mode. So right now in the game we have what's called Arena Commander, which is a simulation. So it takes you out of the persistent universe, means that if you die, if your ship's damaged, or stuff like that, it's not affected in the persistent universe. But yeah, so they're enabling a simulation mode called Star Marine that'll be for first-person shooters in 2.6. It's just, you know, it's like standard old maps, but it's got some twists, like you can turn off gravity. So that'll be kind of crazy to experience in the middle of a first-person shooter match, and then you're just suddenly floating. So I don't know, it's kind of exciting. And then the biggest thing to me is they're gonna implement different character avatars. So not everybody will be an exact clone of each other. And it looked like the female character. Maybe. I think it's going to. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say it will be a thing. Let me see if anybody's being killed. So there's a quicker way to get here. This is outlaw based, so if you wanted to get here super fast, you could kill somebody. Or you could turn off a comm if you didn't want to kill somebody. And you'll get a crime status, and then you spawn here. So I'm going to go back into SCM, which is our standard mode, pressing the V button. Yeah, I'm just going to say the controls when I press them, just in case. Just in case anybody cares. Probably don't. Probably everybody's like, man, I've already been here.
Contact.
Whoa. So this is Grimax. Pretty sweet. There's a bug that I'm just finding with the up and down. Holy cow, somebody spawned a Starfare here. That's cool. If you haven't seen the Starfare, it is quite the ship. Currently the biggest ship in game. I'm gonna go ahead and land right here. There seems to always be a Reliant core landed in the oddest places on this map. Now I'm also hoping whoops. See, I'm still used to the old keybinds, so I'm trying not to hit anything because my natural self wants to hit D and A to rotate myself, so alright, let's
Landing request approved.
there we go. It's not gonna let me auto land, unfortunately.
Landing request approved.
There we go.
Activated.
Sweet. There's definitely some troubles still.
Landing complete.
Alright, so let's see if I can get out of my ship and get inside without getting shot. This is not always an easy task. You kind of have to shoot first. Ask questions later. Again, this is a pirate base, so I don't know if there's any entry down here or not. No, doesn't look like it. But this is Grimhex. This is all new content this patch. So, and it looks great. They put the new lighting system in too, which is just amazing. I'm gonna run up here. I know I'm asking for trouble, but somebody's Starfare looks awesome. Alright. That was interesting. Alright, let's run inside. Alright. So once you actually get inside, it turns into weapons free zone. Which is kind of nice, except you have to be really careful when you open that door to the outside. You have to get your weapon out right away, because people just poach those doors sometimes, I've noticed. But not all the time. This seems to be a really nice server. Nobody even shot at me as I landed in. Oh, see, there's somebody shooting. Or as I said that, of course. So this is the upper lobby, and this is just where you spawn in your ships. So computers, kind of like over at Port Olisar. You can go through your fleet here. Eventually there's going to be actual hangars in this. They're modeled in, but you can't access them yet. So, you know, I haven't explored this a ton, so let's explore. So here's the lower floor, which has another landing pad door to it. Elevators, which is where we need to go. Little hangout area. That's kind of cool. So this, I haven't actually been down here, so. The little pressurized zone. So I'm gonna hold off on that because I think I know what that is. I think that's a PvP area out there. And if I get killed, I don't want to have to fly all the way back here. I don't want to make the video that long. So let's check out the rest of Grimhex real quick. Just waiting on the elevator. So these are all actual physical elevators. So if you look up, you can see where we came from. Another cool thing about this game is, you know, everything is actually what it seems, for the most part. You know, there's still dead space, you know, like they don't fill the rock in or anything like that. But, yeah, like if you go down an elevator, you're actually going down an elevator. So, if you saw a cutaway of this, you would be able to see where we were is still up there above us. May not be rendered, but it's still up there. I don't know what that is. Oh, what is this? So this will all be, oh, Chubby Blast. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be a store there. No idea where I'm going back here. Cargo hold. Interesting. Okay, so that's another way out over there. This area has suffered damage, and so the various parts of it have no gravity, so maybe we'll try and go out through that cargo hold later on. But various parts are still shut down. Let's see, jumpers. It's under construction, so obviously we'll be able to go down there at some point. There's even something on the screen, which is cool. Alright, what is this? These are the garbages, apparently. Apparently they still have large metal garbage cans in the future. Okay, so here is the new store full of all kinds of good stuff. So you can get your bullshit shirt. Get it? Okay, anyway. Yeah, so they got a bunch of different shirts, and I guess they've made like in-game bands and stuff like that. You can try it on to see how it looks with your current get-up. You know, new hats. Kind of like shopping in the buckle. These cool coats. It's a little bit of an emo shop, not gonna lie. But it's pretty cool too. You can get a few of those things that you got at other places, but for the most part it's its own thing, which is cool. Let's try this thing on. Kind of an interesting coat. Okay, anyway, nobody wants to watch me shop, so here we go. Oh, and there's boots. There's actually, if there's any girls watching at all, which there's probably not, because you know this game, but you never know. Yeah, apparently they have snowboard boots for everyone in the future. So yeah, anyway. Alright. So I think there's another store somewhere, maybe. I was pretty certain. There was. I don't know if those elevators actually go down there or not. I thought there was a way to get weapons here. Oh, okay. So here's your. They've kind of combined them. So here's your outlaw armor store where you can get your sweet stuff. Huh. You can get your shotguns and sniper rifles and so they added a cool little piece of lore where these energy rifles and energy weapons, a shipment was stolen or something like that. And so they, of course, ended up out at the outlaw base, which is cool. Couple NPCs in here. They don't really talk to you because 3.0 will be the first subsumption when they'll actually start walking around and saying stuff dynamically, which will be really cool. We're expecting that in like December, so don't get too excited. It's just what you see for now. And it could be later, who knows? Could be much later. Alright, so heading upstairs here. So this is where you spawn into. These are the, I guess they have baskets, but these are the various personal ones. So if you become a criminal, or, well, yeah, I guess if you get a wanted rating, you don't really even have to be a criminal, you'll spawn in here if you die, or if you log in. And this is where you'll spawn. So if you do spawn in here, then you have to go up those elevators that we went up, a bunch of different places. This is just like portals are. You know, you can spawn into pretty much any one of these rooms. I guess this is my room here, if I've been reading. Which hole is right for you? Apparently, I'm destined to get a whole series show. Anyhow. Alright, let's go down and explore. Because I want to know what is out this airlock down here. Again, this is Grimhex. Don't go down there, you'll die. I did find that out. That was interesting. I wonder if that means there's somebody out here. So it's a bit glitchy, as you can see. They got me, though. They got me. So the FPS has a long ways to come. There's also this whole black screen thing that I've heard you can wait out, but it's not looking good. So the expense of death, I suppose, is that you have to actually close down all of Star Citizen. Apparently you have to task manager out of Star Citizen. There we go. Alright, well, just wanted to give you a taste. It's going to take too long to get back there, so I'm not going to stream that much. I think a half-hour stream is plenty for back, but I'll be back on a little bit. I need to do an update on the controls and stuff like that, so that those who have been watching, thanks for subscribing, by the way, can watch those videos and get up to date. Anyway, I'm a little bit out of it. I need food. I need some coffee. So maybe I'll come back on later today. I'm working on my streaming schedule. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Armored Citizen, and I'll also be posting some con videos and stuff like that here coming up. So it's not all going to be Star Citizen, but it'll be, you know, game and that sort of related. But anyway, take care, everybody. I'm signing off. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe. Ask any questions if you want. I'll try to make a video to answer them. All right. Later.